it's Shawnee. Welcome back. So I just want to play around with some singles. I want to, I think, do like an orange, reddish, I don't know, kind of look. So I took out some like orange shimmers that I have, a couple of like more reddish toned ones, a whole bunch of mattes, and I also have the Melt Weird Day palette because it has some red mattes in here that I might want to use. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'll tell you some stories about things that I've been reading lately. First though, what is the weather like where you are? I'm using the Divina Pre-Illusion Eyeshadow Based Primer. This is just like a regular primer for all your eyeshadows. It's over 90 here, like getting to the uppers of 90, which, you know, it makes sense, like summer just officially started or whatevs. But man, it just be getting hot. So it has influenced me to start wearing like shorts to yoga. You know, letting the legs out. Like, I'm okay with wearing shorts, period, just like whatevs. But I don't typically, except for when I was running, no. I don't do a lot of shorts when I'm working out, especially yoga, because you be doing downward dog and stuff. I just don't want my cheeks hanging out. So I just have to make sure the length is good, you know. Or, you know, I'm fine with my cheeks hanging out, but I'm guessing other people would not appreciate that, you know. Anyway, so it's been real hot. This weekend has been a wash because I hurt my ankle, and it's a long, convoluted story, and we're gonna talk about her now. Anyway, so now that I have that on, I think I will start with some of the reds here. Maybe I'll start with this one, this deeper one called Sangre. So I was reading the news, as I typically do. First of all, like, I've noticed that there are a lot more like typos and stuff in news articles, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, I don't know, like, that doesn't seem right. Like, well, okay. Anyway, so I was reading this story in, I have notes, Medfield, Massachusetts. And the story is about like these homeowners, this family, their house caught on fire, right? Unfortunate. So they weren't there. They were in the Cape. Yeah, I guess Cape Cod, you know, I guess they have like some money. Because is Cape Cod more expensive than Martha's Vineyard? Or are they kind of just on the same level? I don't know. Anyway, so they were in the Cape. They come home and their house has been, like, you could tell, right? Like, I don't know if they got a call from the fire department or something, but they get home and the house is just full of like water and smoke and foam and everything. I don't know the extent of the damage, but it just doesn't seem good, right? So they decide to look on their like doorbell camera to kind of see like what on earth happened while we were gone. So what they see is that there was a crew doing some construction on their home, and it seems like the crew left some combustible materials like at the side of the house, I guess, and they combusted. Now what else they see on there, I feel like this is not coming out like red. Let me see something. If not, I'm gonna use maybe a shade from, oh right, now I'm using, don't worry about me, because now I'm using a red, just whew. Anyway, so they're looking, I guess, to see, you know, what happened, and they see an Amazon delivery person pull up because they had like this soggy mess of a package in their home, or in their garage, I think, wherever the Amazon person was told to deliver it. Now, first, I'm just going to say that I admire this Amazon delivery driver for, like, just doing their job, okay? It's not an easy job. Like, I don't think those trucks have much, like, air or ventilation, and then they got to get out the car and lug all of our big packages to the door and try to keep a smile on their face. Sometimes they've tossed things not gently at my door. Sometimes they've left things like, actually no, that must be UPS. That's UPS. I think Amazon be trying. They've left things like, you know, further practically on the sidewalk, but like, you know, I understand the job is difficult. I think I've had the best luck with like FedEx and DHL. Amazon, child, that's what the problem. I order too much. I don't know who's delivering what. Anyway, so they're like, okay, you know, homegirl is coming up here delivering our package. So here's the thing. I wish I knew her name. Let's call her Lakeisha. I feel like she's a Lakeisha. I just feel like that's what she's given. So Lakeisha pulls up, and it's like, she pulls up 20 minutes after the first sign of like smoke and stuff. So she pulls up and the fire's already going. Okay, so Lakeisha gets out the car and she goes to the garage. I guess it's, you know how you leave instructions and sometimes they put it in the garage or the patio, whatever. So she goes to the garage. I guess that's where she has to put it. Opens the garage. She walks through the smoke. Lakeisha walked right through that smoke, girl. And she places the package right where she's supposed to, and then she leaves. She goes on to her next delivery. So the homeowner is like, she couldn't call the fire brigade or nothing. She, like, the house is en flagrante, like fuego, fuego. And it wasn't until about 4 hours later that somebody called the fire brigade. Caribbean people be saying fire brigade, and I love it. It just feels like so much more official. Mind you, my cousin is like the second black woman to be a lieutenant in the FDNY. We're a badass family. So Lakeisha didn't tell nobody what was going on, okay? Lakeisha dropped off the package and went about her business. So once whoever it is, somebody who's minding everybody else's business, went ahead and called the fire folks, like thankfully, you know, because it seems like everything was able to be contained. But the family, they decided, like, we need to speak to Amazon because we feel like their employee could have simply just, like, alerted someone. Anyone, okay? And so I guess they call customer service, and the customer service lady, what's her name? Let's call her Donna. I feel like she's a Donna. So Donna answered, and Donna is like trying to help them, and Donna was like, well, I talked to 2 of my managers, and they said they don't really need to talk to you because it's not our fault that there was a fire. Amazon is standing 10 toes down on this, okay? They are like, it is not the, like, it's really not in the job description for our drivers to, like, save your home. That's asking too much. Baby, Lakeisha said, I'm doing my job, okay? Like, I am here for a reason, and I'm going to do that and get on with the rest of these packages, because you know what, Lakeisha probably would have gotten in trouble if those packages were late. Amazon would have been like, you're not meeting your quota. Bump that, like trying to tell people that something's on fire. Was anybody in the house? Did you deliver the package? And they're probably like, yeah, it's also not our fault that your package was destroyed. Actually, just go ahead and, you know, go onto the chat and we'll send you a new one. You can keep that one. You don't have to return it. Just keep that and we'll send you a new one. Like, so I guess, because you got to go to the news and stuff to get things to be attended to. So, so now Amazon is like, you know, we take pride in our customer service and we've been reaching out to the customer. I don't think they said nothing about Lakeisha. Cause to me, I don't know. Lakeisha went and did her job. Yeah, you know, she could have, out of the kindness of her heart, been like, hey, like, there's like a fire or something happening. But then she probably would have had to stay there to talk to the police. And yeah, she wasn't gonna finish her route. So I can't be too mad at Lakeisha. I mean, it's also probably because it's not my house. But, like, who you should be mad at is the company, the construction crew, right? Because they did you wrong. They left combustible materials and the materials combusted. So that's who you should have a problem with. Lakeisha was doing her job, and Miss Donna went ahead and confirmed this ain't got nothing to do with us, girl. So they're mad that she didn't call the authorities. And it seems like there's extensive damage, and it took crews from 10 different little towns to put the fire out in 4 hours. So maybe it's just, I don't know. That sounds like it was not good. Let me know what you think, though. I feel like on a human level, Lakeisha should have called. I feel like on a I work for Amazon level, I got work to do. I took a picture of your delivered package, and yeah, I did my job with HR and customer service. Like, if they had a conversation with her, with Lakeisha, can she, like, I don't know that they can file a complaint. Like, I mean, I guess they could go in her personnel file, like, didn't call the authorities when there was an obvious issue. I don't know, because then you see, like, doorbell cameras of, like, Amazon people fighting off pit bulls and stuff, and helping young men tie their ties, and sitting down and talking with the little kids. But that's not part of the job description. So, I mean, Keisha could have helped a little bit, you know? Like, I don't know. And Amazon is like, that's not our fault, girl. You got insurance. I appreciate Amazon for standing behind their worker. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be real upset. Like, Keisha, you couldn't even just like text somebody. But listen, you know what though? Like, I see some of these Amazon truck drivers, they be having their headphones in. They are not here to mess with you. They just want to deliver this package that you got and go about their business. And there's a part of it where I'm like, I get it. Especially you in the hot sun. And then these people, they over here vacationing in the Cape. And Lakeisha has to be out here in the hot sun going into your garage to drop your package off. I hope they have good homeowners insurance. But sometimes these homeowners insurances, they be messing with you. They're like, we cover everything but fire and water damage and like everything else. Like, why do I have you? Why do I have you? I'm gonna go into these two shades. I'm just playing around with stuff. I don't know. But someone else who thinks that people are not doing their job. Let me find his story. I don't even know where this is at, but this is what you call privilege, okay? This is what you call privilege. This man is suing Apple. First, you already know he's in a certain socio-cultural category. Right? So I feel like he's a Brad. So Brad, his name is not out there, honey. His lawyer's name is, but I guess Brad didn't want all his business on the street. So Brad, he's a businessman. We don't know what business, but Brad is suing Apple. The whole company, he's suing Apple. Apple's the defendant. Now, for a fact, I know Apple got good lawyers, all right? So, I'm guessing that Brad has to also have a good lawyer, because I feel like if you're going to do your lawyering going up against Apple, you got to know stuff, all right? Because Apple is not going to come to play. No. Anyway, so let me tell you about Brad. So Brad was married. Brad is no longer married, and he blames Apple. So apparently in like the last few years of Brad's marriage, Brad was having several affairs, several infidelities. Apparently, he began seeing sex workers, and this was not an agreed upon thing in their marriage, and he would contact them via iMessage. I can already tell Brad didn't go to like Harvard or Yale or Columbia or something, because wait, don't you know you're supposed to use like WhatsApp? So Brad uses iMessage to connect with his paramours, and he then would delete the text, right? So it seems like the family, they're an Apple family, because they have iPhones, and then they have like Macs, MacBooks, whatevs. You know, they're part of the Apple operating system. So his then wife, because you know she's an ex now, his then wife goes onto the family computer, and everything has been like saved to like the cloud or something. Like, I don't know completely how it works, because I'm not out here doing shady shenanigans, but his wife found messages that went far back that were confirming Brad stepping out and having these extramarital connections. And Brad is like, I thought I deleted those. So, seems like, you know, a divorce proceedings begin. And Brad is like, I am suing Apple. Because he said, if you are told a message is deleted, you are entitled to believe it's deleted. I love that Brad is really just taking responsibility for his actions. So he's like, the divorce is because of you, Apple. It's because you told me my messages were deleted, and they weren't. They were saved to the cloud. They were in the iCloud. They were backed up, okay? And he's like, he's saying that it was like tragic for his wife to learn about his affairs in this way. Agreed. Because it sounds like she was just on there typing, and then all of a sudden all your shenanigans pop up in her face. But he's like, if I had just been able to talk with her rationally, and she didn't have such like a brutal realization of what was going on, I'd probably still be married. Brad is trash, okay? Brad is trash. And you know his name is like Bradley, I don't even know. Bradley Blaine. I don't know. Bradley Blaine James the Third. It's right, something like that. So Brad is like, y'all done messed up my life. And so he's in the UK because he's suing for £5 million. And he's like, the couple or the company doesn't make it clear to customers that deleted messages can appear on other Apple devices. And he's like, Apple hasn't made it clear. This is what his lawyer is saying, also his barrister, with users as to what happens to messages they send, receive, and delete. I don't know. Like, everybody knows nothing, everything you can find, okay? That's why when you watch these cop shows, it doesn't matter that you be deleting stuff because they can recover it. I'm going to go into some of the orangey shades. They can recover it. And so I just feel Brad is just like, this is not my fault. I will not take responsibility for this. All I know is if Apple hadn't tricked me into thinking that my messages were deleted, I would still be married to my wife. I don't know, Brad. I kind of think that we could just like take a couple of steps back to the beginning. And if you had not been just like boldly cheating consistently for years, I think that actually might have a little bit to do with the divorce. I don't know. I'm just, you know, taking a stab at it in terms of determining how we got here. But it just kind of feels like it was like Brad for real, like you. Not an apology for what he did, but a pissed offness because his like deception didn't work. He also, like, I feel like it says that in all Apple stuff, like, read the fine print. It's like everything is saved. Don't think your stuff is private. It's not. It's not private. I think you're better going with like WhatsApp and stuff. Maybe even Snapchat. Like, you're using iMessage. You're not even using regular like text function. You're using iMessage. It's a whole system. This Mac system, it's a whole system. I said system like 12 times. But like, everything is connected. Everything is connected. But the fact that he's even doing this is grounds for divorce. Because you obviously cannot take ownership or responsibility for anything, okay? You can't. Okay, we get it. You just can't. It doesn't exist in your purview. It's just, I wonder what kind of business you got, Brad, because it just makes me think of those. There was like a story where this lady, I believe she's suing Cold Stone. Listen, there are so many people we could sue that we're not accurately and appropriately taking advantage of so many things. But she's suing Cold Stone because, first of all, what do you get at Cold Stone? I get the cookie don't you want some, like their original creations. Sometimes I'll add like a Snickers or a brownie or something in there. I probably need to chill out on that. Anyway. So she was getting something with pistachio ice cream. And she thought that there would be real pistachios in the pistachio ice cream, because apparently like Haagen-Dazs and other places, they be having real pistachios in there. But I guess Cold Stone just has like the essence of pistachio. I mean, they probably have something more scientific and that makes it taste like pistachio. I don't know, but she's suing. She is suing them, I guess, for false advertising. I don't know. I don't know, though, that... I don't know about that one. I mean, you know what they say about assuming. But also, could you not just ask? Like, do y'all have... Is there real pistachios in there? Ain't nothing real no more. Like, I'm just like, why would you expect? I don't know. I've never had, I've had pistachios. Okay, I've tried to go for the unsalted ones because you gotta watch your blood pressure. I've not had pistachio ice cream. It doesn't sound like a good time for me. But then there's like butter pecan, and that has pecans in it. Butter pecan, pecan. So I don't know. You know what? I kind of want like some purple in here for some reason. Let me find a matte. Okay, so this is the Viseart Dark Matte palette, and there is this purple matte here. Let's see if it shows up. I feel like I'm not getting the shades that I really want, but what else? So yeah, that's Bradley Blaine. What does I say his last name was? Whatever it is. He's obviously like the third, though. I just feel like that's giving the third vibes. Like, it's not quite junior. It's definitely not senior. It feels like the third. I don't know why. He know he shouldn't have his name out there. That's why he... Shall I tell you more? Shall I tell you more? Let me tell you about this young man, 19 years old, in Poland. They didn't give his name. I guess they just want to protect the stupid. So the authorities in Poland, they get a little call from an apartment building. Now I kind of feel like putting in some pink. I don't know. So this is another neutral matte palette from Viseart. Just feeling Viseart right now. So they get a little call about someone making just a whole heap of noise in the apartment, right? Like in the hall and stuff. And they're like, dude, you have to see this to believe it. Can you send some officers here, because we have an issue. Basically, they get there and they see that a young man is attempting to lead a mare into the stairwell. Mare, M-A-R-E, like a horse. A whole equine. I don't want to call it. I don't know. An entire horse is what he's doing. It is like it's a multi-family building kind of hotel-y thing, and he lives on the 3rd floor in a 2-bedroom apartment. And he is trying to lead the horse up the stairs. Sounds like there wasn't an elevator. I'm not sure. Maybe he probably couldn't fit in the elevator, right? Anyways, trying to lead this horse up the stairwell into his little 2-bedroom apartment. I guess he couldn't do it. I guess the horse wasn't horsing. The horse was like, I'm not having it. Why am I here? And he was trying to hide it because he stole it. He stole the horse and he didn't want anybody to find it. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Like, sir, first of all, why you steal these people horse? Second of all, like, let me talk to you real quick, because why would you think that you could, you know what? He was thinking you could lead a horse to water, so you could probably lead him up the stairs to my 2-bedroom apartment. Where was you gonna keep it? What were you gonna do with it? Like, so many questions. I said, you know what? People are just losing it. They're losing their actual minds, and, you know, I don't know. I don't know, actually. I don't know. So, he got arrested for theft, and he could spend anywhere from 3 months to 5 years in prison. I'm wondering, maybe that was his ultimate goal, because, I mean, they're giving no sort of, like, explanation. I don't know that there would be an explanation that would be sufficient enough to, like, make any sense of this. I don't think so. I don't think there is an explanation where any of us would be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And, you know, for all the animal lovers, the horse was returned to their owner and seems fine, isn't worse for wear. Maybe he was going to sell the horse because it was worth almost $4,000. I don't know. I don't even have a name for this fool. Maybe he's a Jimmy. He sounds like a Jimmy, right? But he's Polish. I don't know. That sounds too American. Give me a Polish name. Okay, let me go ahead and clean everything up, put on some foundation, and I'll be right back. Alright, here is the finished look. I feel very summery. I do recall that Jan's son, Dallas, wanted me to do a sunsetty look, and I think this fits the bill. Like he asked me like 2 years ago, but here it is. You're welcome. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think of these stories. What did we even talk about? We talked about Lakeisha, the Amazon delivery girl. We talked about Brad, the suing of Apple. We talked about, who else did we talk about? I know we talked about the Polish teen, right? I think that's it. Let me know if I forgot one, but I would love to hear your thoughts on these stories. I really and truly would. Anyways, I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I, as well, hope that you are using your single shadows. I've been really making a point to pull mine out and do some looks with them. Anyways, I would love it if you like the video. And I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.